Ladies and gentlemen, Frank the Ghost Martin just won unanimously against Artem Harutyunyan. And I'm just going to keep it real with you. I think he lost. This is another fight, where the way I'm viewing it and the way I'm watching to the viewer, listen, the other fighter clearly won. Listen, Frank started coming on a little late. He lost, to me personally, a lot of rounds early. He wasn't aggressive enough. We're going to get into everything. Frank came out in this fight vowing to make a lot of different statements, and he just said the kind of example he was going to make of his opponent, and he was going to send a message to everybody in the 135 division. I forgot that the 135 division might be the most stacked division, if not the most stacked division in boxing. Make sure you hit the like button and you subscribe to Flight Sports TV for more boxing news, updates, and more. Listen, Frank the Ghost Martin has improved his record to 18 wins, no losses, no draws, 12 wins violently by the way of knockout. The Southpaw was definitely getting it in tonight with everybody in attendance. You had the big fish out there, Errol Spence Jr. He's getting ready for his big-time fight against Terrence Bud Crawford. Listen, boxing is just, like I said, it's electrifying. Every week is a big fight, and Frank Martin had himself a fight, and he had the spotlight. All eyes was on Frank Martin, and this was his time to show the 135 division what he was going to do. And to me personally, he's left a lot of holes for the 135 division. You're going to have a lot of people feeling like they could take Frank Martin out after this fight. This is definitely not the statement win that he wanted to put out. He did, give a statement victory against Michael Rivera. Rivera. That was a really good fight, in my opinion, but he couldn't follow it up with a big-time fight against Harutyunyan. But it is what it is at the end of the day. It's time to move on. Harutyunyan was bringing the fight to Frank Martin all night long in terms of his counter shots. To me personally, I thought he was the more aggressive fighter. If this happened in his country, he probably would have won. That's how close the fight was. Like, I hate these fights because there's a lot of fights that happen like this. Rolly Romero, even to me personally, Devin Haney to a certain extent. I just felt like the other fighter clearly, if anything, it should have ended in a draw. But it's just like we're seeing less draws now in boxing. Even though this fight to me was as even as it possibly could have gotten. Frank Martin, to me, I thought was going to lose this fight. Even his trainer was just saying, listen, I think you down. I think you down. I need you to stop him. I need you to stop him. That's what Derek James was saying in the corner. I know that when you looked at they gave a couple of screenshots around the building. People that look so confident. I seen Errol Spence, running his mouth, looking a little nervous. I seen Frank Martin's family looking a little bit concerned at this fight. Frank clearly does not, to me personally, have the experience of some of these other fighters. He said before this bout that he was ready for the Gervonta Davises. Well, he's been really slow with him, but he calls out the Devin Haneys of the world, the Shakur Stevensons. We're going to get into them shortly. But, me personally, I just don't think that he's ready for those kind of fighters. I don't even think he's ready to even move up that ladder in the 135 division. This guy's like Floyd Kid Austin Schofield, who I feel like he's no match for him. I believe that Kid Austin, after this fight, I mean, seriously, we got to start to reevaluate the people that's in this division, y'all, because we got things all mixed up. And Frank Martin definitely did not look good tonight. I know the Ghost fans gonna come out, the woodworks lurking, but this was not a good performance on his part, and he did acknowledge that at the end of the fight. He was talking about how don't let one performance, diminish this and that. He knows that this wasn't a good fight. Everybody was trolling him, after this fight, while the fight was going on. Nobody believes he won this fight. Get in the comment section and let me know your thoughts too. Where do you have him winning? How does the judges judge these scorecards? he was fighting an undefeated fighter. You know, give him credit because, you know, when he fought Rivera, he was undefeated as well. And like I said, Artem Harutyunyan from Germany, he came over. He was 12-0 prior to this fight. Now he's 12-1. He just lost his first loss ever. You know, he has 7 wins by the way of knockout. This guy had a little bit of power too. He was following up on some shots. He hurt Martin a few times. You know, he caught him with a big-time body shot. I thought that hurt Frank. He was countering him all night long, but he did. Frank Martin did catch him in the eye, Harutyunyan, and it kind of left him staggered. And Harutyunyan couldn't really recover. He ended up taking a knee, you know, late in that round to kind of slow things down. He to me personally, Frank, it was some times where Frank could have got him up out of there, but he just didn't go down. And you got to give the other guy credit. You're not always going to knock somebody out. Everybody's looking for the big dramatic finish, the big close. Sometimes in fights, it don't always go the way you expect it. Like, it may not go down like that, you know, and it may require just a little bit more, you know, effort. And Frank Martin seen it tonight. He was tested. A lot of the fighters in the 135 division, a lot of the top young up-and-comers, you know, even though Frank Martin is, like I said, he had a late start in boxing. But he's still young. He's 28 years old. Everybody's getting tested, and we're able to see how they passed the test. And now let's see if he's really ready. I think they're being very cautious with him. Errol Spence know what he's doing. He's surrounded by a big-time team. Obviously, Derrick James, you see what's over there. Joshua, they just got Ryan. They got a lot of big-time fighters over there. And we all know led by Errol Spence. So he's in a big-time club with the man-down situation. But at the end of the day, they can't fight for him. And when he stepped in the ring tonight, he got tested and almost lost. You know, just keeping it real. A lot of people tonight feel like he lost. And if he did lose, in your opinion, what is going on in the sport of boxing to why this is becoming so, this is happening a lot. You know, this is not like a one-off or it's happening once in a blue. This is like maybe every fight. It seems like the other guy is coming in. He's more aggressive. He's landing shots. He's countering, and he's still coming up short. But give Martin credit. He didn't panic. He just started slow, and he discussed his reaction time. His reaction time was off. You know, so let me know your thoughts on this fight. Let's break it down in the comment section. It's Flight Sports TV. Frank Martin won tonight, but I'm not 100% sure he did, and he is not ready for these top guys. He needs to keep developing his Flight Sports.